And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live again today at Chick-Fil-A, again to the crossings in North Johnson City on this Wednesday, 24th day of January 2018. Countdowns are on the Food City 500. We're 81 days out from the world's last great Coliseum running of the Food City 500, won last year, of course, by Jimmy Johnson. And also, we are 24 days away now from the Daytona 500. So, plugging them off one by one, day by day, to get ready for the Great American Race. And again, of course, Kurt Busch, the defending champion of that race from a year ago. So he and everybody else getting ready to head into, in fact, we've got the schedule heading into Daytona in the next couple of days and certainly within the next week, and kind of hammer down and get ready to start the 2018 NASCAR season. We again at Chick-fil-A, the crossings in North Johnson City. Again, we is here and going to be here yesterday. And going to be here obviously again today. Tomorrow will be at Champion Chevrolet. Friday will be at Food City, big Midnight Madness sale. We'll be at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol with our dear friend and buddy Rick Miller at his store there in Volunteer Parkway. Monday in the lobby of the Bruton Smith Building. Talking racing, getting ready, tickets, season tickets, and everything going on at Bristol Motor Speedway. Got a lot of folks lined up to talk to us from the Speedway personnel, so looking forward to that. That'll be coming up on Monday. Next Tuesday will be at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. Next Wednesday, we're right back here at Chick-fil-A. Next Thursday, let's see, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be. I'm going to a different place next Thursday. And then next Friday, we'll be at Food City. A week from Friday, we'll be at Food City in Elizabeth and broadcasting live there. So we got lots going on. We're excited about being here again today. Here's the verse of the day. Again, we do this each and every day. And the verse of the day to get us started is out of the book of John. John 8:12 says, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. How about that? I love it. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And John 8:12 is our verse of the day on this 24th day of January 2018. Again, live, as we are here at Chick-fil-A. They got a really cool promotion going on between now and February the 3rd, which is the Saturday before the Super Bowl. And, of course, as you well know, the Super Bowl is on Sunday, February the 4th. I hope you know that. So, when you come in here to this particular Chick-fil-A and order a chilled nugget tray, there's 64 nuggets to a tray. When you order a chilled nugget tray to be picked up on February the 3rd, you get a free gallon of Chick-fil-A tea to go right along with it. Absolutely free. So, order a chilled nugget tray of 64, or at least one, I guess, for every nugget tray you order, you get a free gallon of tea. So if you order 2 trays, you get 2 gallons. So for every chilled nugget tray you order to be picked up on Saturday, February the 3rd, you will get a free gallon of tea. Compliments of, again, the good folks here at Chick-fil-A, the crossings in North Johnson City. Again, 64 nuggets to a tray. And of course, they are closed, as you know, on Sunday. So you have to pick it up. But again, the chilled nugget tray, there's instructions how it's already been cooked and chilled, so all you got to do is heat it up. So that's the cool part. Chilled nugget tray. Between now and February the 3rd, you pick it up on February the 3rd, you order the tray between now and then. Pick it up on that Saturday, you get a free gallon of tea for every chilled nugget tray you order here at Chick-fil-A, the crossings in North Johnson City. It is a Wednesday. We've got lots to talk about. Got several guests, of course. Our buddy Greg Sal, you're in to talk Major League Baseball at the top of the hour. Also, we've got Ryan Whitten at the bottom of the hour. Coach Whitten, coach of Duggar Junior High, of course, the brothers of Sean and Jason Whitten. Ryan runs Whitten Huddle, which is a really cool organization, a cool concept that happens in Elizabeth, and we're going to talk to him about that coming up again at the bottom of the hour. May get his take on maybe some college football. I know he's a big Hokie man, so we'll talk to him about Whitten Huddle and also about some Hokie football. Also, we have a little bit later on Zeb Copas, the big dog, the Big Daddy Rabbit, coming in from Sprint. He's going to join us a little bit later on. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And again, we will be broadcasting live with Sprint coming up in February, one of those Sprint Says Thanks Saturdays. So again, we're going to be really dialed into Sprint here for the next couple of months, and that's really cool, and we're excited about that. Our show today, number 673, our 673rd show. Very, very proud of that. And so we are here today at Chick-fil-A, the crossings in North Johnson City. And again, your countdowns are on. Not Christmas yet. We won't do that when we start. We'll start a Christmas countdown on the 1st of February. But we do have the countdown to the Food City 500, 81 days from today. And we have the countdown to the Daytona 500, 24 days from today. We'll take a quick break. We'll just jump in and take a look at basketball last night. Get a little look at hoops. We have college basketball. Got one, maybe 2 upsets. Got to go back and check. College hoops. The NBA, LeBron did it. He is on pace, obviously, and he's pretty much already punched his ticket to the Hall of Fame. But LeBron James hits another milestone. We'll tell you about that in the NBA circles. And a busy night last night in high school basketball. We'll let you know how all that goes, and we'll do that right after you hear this, as we're live here at Chick-Fil-A. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 673, live from Chick-Fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us again on this Wednesday. It's Hump Day, over the hump and through the woods to a wonderful, it looks like a warmer weekend we go. College basketball last night. Let's take a look at it. And we'll start, first off, we'll go right to the college ranks for Tennessee last night. The Big Orange, the Volunteers, get a big win on the home floor. Jordan Bowden had 19. Lamonte Turner hit a huge three-pointer. Number 2, Tennessee nearly blew a 20-point lead before hanging on for a 67-62 win over Vanderbilt Tuesday night, last night at Thompson Bowling Arena. Tennessee, 5th win in 6 games, withstood a great performance from Vanderbilt's Riley LaChance, who scored all 25 of his points in the second half. Again, Tennessee goes to 14-5 overall, 5-3 in the Southeastern Conference. Vanderbilt falls to 2-6 in the league and 7-13 overall. What else happened in college basketball from last night? Top-ranked Villanova, no problem, with Providence beating by 20, 89-69, the final there. That was in men's hoops last night. Also, you had a blowout, second-ranked Virginia all over 18th-ranked Clemson, 61-36 the final. 25-point win for the Cavaliers in Charlottesville. Also last night, there was an upset. Oklahoma, 12th-ranked Sooners on their home floor, knocking off 5th-ranked Kansas, 85-80. 14th-ranked Texas Tech defeated Oklahoma State 75-70. And last night, Duke goes into Winston-Salem and pins a 14-point loss on Wake Forest as Duke goes 17-2 on the season, and now 18-2 with a win last night, 84-70 over the Wake Forest Demon Deacons again in Wake Forest or Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Here's your schedule for today. Top 25 college basketball. 8th-ranked Xavier, the Musketeers at 18-3, hosting Marquette at 13-6. Also tonight in the Southeastern Conference, 20th-ranked Florida at 14-5, the Gators, and a 7 o'clock tip-off hosting South Carolina, who's 12-7. Also, you have 24th-ranked Rhode Island on the road at Fordham tonight. Rhode Island at 15-3, Fordham at 6-13. Cincinnati, the 9th-ranked Bearcats at 17-2, hosting the Temple Owls tonight at 10-9 in Cincinnati. This could be a good one. A couple of former Tennessee coaches coaching against each other. Bruce Pearl, 19th-ranked Auburn at 17-2. At Missouri against Quanzo Martin, who's 13-6. That's a 9 o'clock tip-off tonight. Auburn at Missouri, and 19th-ranked Auburn at Missouri. And then 23rd-ranked Nevada will be at Wyoming tonight to battle the Cowboys. And an 11 o'clock tip-off, Nevada at 18-3, and Wyoming at 12-7. And that's your top 25 college basketball schedule for this Wednesday. Of course, a little closer to home, big ball game tonight coming up at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. Out of the Johnson City Press, and our buddy Joe Vento, I want to quote him in his article. 2 streaks on the line tonight when Mercer comes to town for a Southern Conference basketball game against East Tennessee State. The Buccaneers riding a 10-game winning streak, its best in 14 years. And the game tips off at 7 o'clock tonight. The Bucs will be looking for their 8th consecutive victory over Mercer. Again, since losing at Xavier, East Tennessee State's ran off 10 straight. It's the program's longest winning streak since the 03-04 season when they won 16 games in a row. It is also currently the 3rd longest active winning streak in the country. 10 wins for the Bucs, trailing only Purdue's 15 and St. Mary's 14. So the Bucs put all that on the line tonight against Mercer, who comes to town. Again, the Buccaneers will battle the Mercer Bears. Tip off tonight at 7 o'clock. Again, the Bucs at 16-4 and 7-0. So they've already played once. They beat them 74-55 in Mercer. Started the run that has led to a 7-0 conference record. So this is the rematch, and they'll do it tonight at 7 o'clock. As we said, that'll be happening at Freedom Hall down the road here in Johnson City. Hello to Gary Taylor and Darius Hensley and Tony Sluter. Hello, Tony. Thank you, my friend, for watching. Appreciate that. I think I know Tony. Pretty sure I know Tony. And also Carter Davison watching. Thank you, Carter. Appreciate that very much. A couple of birthdays today before we go into the NBA and high school basketball. Sad story. I don't know if you've heard it, but Neil Diamond has announced he has Parkinson's disease and can no longer tour. He's a birthday boy today. Neil Diamond having a birthday at 77 on this Wednesday. Also, Aaron Neville having a birthday, 77. Ray Stevens, who wrote the song The Streak, among others. I'm sure he would not like to be known for more than writing The Streak and singing The Streak, but Ray Stevens made a lot of money off that song. 79 today. Also, a young lady out of the hills of West Virginia, Olympic gold medal gymnast Mary Lou Retton having a birthday. My brother is friends with her family. Mary Lou having a birthday. She is 50 candles on her birthday cake today. And those are the birthdays. Then actor Jerry Marin, M-A-R-E-N, from The Wizard of Oz. I don't know what he played. I don't know if he's one of the Munchkins. Jerry Marin, Marin, M-A-R-E-N, birthday boy today, 99. But obviously the big birthday for me, incredible singer. When you hear his voice, you just know who he is. Neil Diamond having a birthday today. He is 77 years young. And that's what's going on with birthdays again on this Wednesday, January the 24th. Let's run down the NBA from last night. As we told you, LeBron James did it again. another milestone. Along with the rings, the MVPs, the scoring titles, and his countless other accomplishments, LeBron now the 7th player in NBA history to score 30,000 career points. The other players to reach the legendary mark are Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, the mailman, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Dirk Nowitzki, the big German, the only other active player on the list. And so LeBron was the fastest to reach 30,000 points as well. You know, you look down the history books of the National Basketball Association, the guy that keeps getting forgotten, I think, is Karl Malone, the mailman. Again, played for the Jazz all those years with Coach Jerry Sloan and his running mate John Stockton. Here's a guy who had 30,000 points. You don't hear much about the mailman, Karl Malone. He kind of got on his motorcycle, which he likes to ride, and kind of rode off into the sunset. But anyway, Karl Malone, one of those guys. But LeBron, the youngest to hit 30,000 points in his career, which means obviously he's punched his ticket to the NBA Hall of Fame. No question. Of course, his career is certainly not over by any stretch of the imagination. He's got a lot of gas still in the tank for LeBron James. Last night, they go into San Antonio. He gets the mark, but they lose the game. San Antonio beat them 114-102. Cavaliers now 27-19. My boys, the Spurs, improved to 31-18. Other games last night, Sacramento, 6-point winner at Orlando. Oklahoma City gets a win, 1-point win at home against Brooklyn. The Knickerbockers go to Golden State to take on the defending world champions and lose. Golden State got them, 123-112. There was an upset. I told you yesterday when they play, you can throw out the record books. And here's a perfect example. The Celtics and the Lakers in L.A. last night. Boston went in at 34-13. The Lakers were 17-29. Lakers beat them by 108-107. It still matters when the Lakers play the Celtics even now. And so the Celtics fall to 34-14. Lakers improved 18-29 as they get a big win last night in L.A., 108-107. Tonight, NBA basketball, Bulls at Philadelphia, Phoenix at Indiana, New Orleans will be at Charlotte, Utah at Detroit, the Hawks at home in Atlanta against Toronto, Houston will be in Dallas to battle the Mavericks, San Antonio continues the back-to-back game schedule. They'll play at Memphis tonight. Boston, the Celtics, again back-to-back games in L.A. against the Clippers, and then Minnesota, pretty good game lined up. Minnesota at 31-18, the Timberwolves firing the coach over the weekend. Jason Kidd's gone. Minnesota 31-18 at Portland with a record of 25-22. So pretty good matchup tonight in the NBA. And that's a look at the NBA and look at college basketball. So let's run down for you a busy night last night in high school basketball as we're here live at Chick-fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City. From last night, it goes as follows. Science Hill wins by 20 over Tennessee High, 75-55. These are boys' scores. Hello, Londa Whittington in the hills of West Virginia. Hope you're having a good day today. Daniel Boone wins last night. Jeff County knocks off Dobbins Minute 50-44. Other ball games last night, Central beat Happy Valley 49-40. University High over Tri-Cities Christian by 1, 60-59. Cloudland beat Cedarview Christian by 30. And also, that's the boys' scores. Let's give you the girls' scores here locally from last night. Science Hills ladies over Tennessee High by 16. Daniel Boone beat Cherokee, blew them out 50-29. Dobbins Minutes girls beat Jeff County by a 35-33 score. Elizabethton over Sullivan East. Big win for Lucas Andrews last night of the Lady Cyclones over Sullivan East, 43-38. Central's ladies win by 33 over Happy Valley. Sullivan South ladies win by 8 on the road at Unicoi County. Unaka beat, or I don't know if they were on the road, they beat them last night, I should say. And Unaka over Cosby's ladies, final there was 56-51. Cloudland beat Cedarview Christians Christmas. Cloudland beat Cedarview Christians ladies 58-15. And North Green over Providence in girls play by 8, 52-44. One game on tap today on the girls' side of things, and I believe the guys as well. Volunteer and Crockett tonight playing in Jonesboro. And that's a look at high school basketball as well here again on this Wednesday, as we said, January the 24th, 2018. So, as we said last night, Tennessee gets a big win over Vanderbilt, 67-62. Tonight, the Bucks take on Mercer at Freedom Hall here in Johnson City. Again, their winning streak, the third longest in the country behind Purdue and St. Mary's. So big game tonight for the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City. Again, one of the ways folks are in here enjoying the great food here at Chick-fil-A are the salads, and they've got several to choose from. Here, this particular salad, the spicy Southwest salad, The ingredients include slices of grilled spicy chicken breast, chilled and served on a fresh bed of chopped romaine lettuce and baby greens, topped with shredded red cabbage and carrots, grape tomatoes, a blend of Monterey Jack and cheddar cheeses, and a zesty combination of, I love that word, zesty. Wasn't there a bar of soap named Zest at one point? Wasn't there? Zest. A zesty combination of roasted corn and black beans made fresh daily, served with creamy salsa dressing. Only 450 calories for the spicy Southwest salad you can get here at Chick-Fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City. Again, the promotion got going on right now for Super Bowl. Order for every chilled nugget tray you order to be picked up on February the 3rd, Chick-fil-A throws in a free gallon of tea. Can't beat that. So for every chilled nugget tray you order that you have to pick up on Saturday, February the 3rd, the Saturday before the Super Bowl, you get a free gallon of tea. Just FYI, the chilled nugget tray, you have 64 nuggets to a tray. And so they're chilled and already pre-cooked, so all you have to do the next day when the folks are coming over to watch the big game, you can just heat them up and be ready to go. So chilled nugget tray for everyone you order to be picked up on February the 3rd here at this particular Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Get yourself a free gallon of tea. Compliments again of the folks at Chick-fil-A. Quick break. We got some college football news. Clemson losing players, the Florida Gators gaining players. We'll tell you all about it coming up next year live at Chick-fil-A, Crossings, North Johnson City. Show number 673 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back at the Tom Dover Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Hello to Star Morrow. Again, thanks for watching. Carter Davidson, Londa Whittington, some of the folks watching the show, and we appreciate that very, very much. Let's see, Keith and Alice Peters and Tammy Walls and 106.9 Delight. Thank you very, very much. Good folks we met over in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Elaine Powers, who had a birthday yesterday, young lady in Kingsport. Happy birthday. We talked to her yesterday, and happy birthday to you. Also, who else? Brian Malone. Want to say hello to you. Tim Miller invited me to the Hogwood Barbecue. Have to check that out. Frank Peters, hello to you, sir. Billy Lewis. Want to say hello to you kids. Also, Hank Brown to the folks when We Run Events. Zeb Copas is going to be on the show a little bit later on here today. Want to say hello to you. And, of course, Maury mentioned a big hello and a big shout-out to my buddy Darius Hensley. Sandra Barnhart. Andy Dietrich will be with him tomorrow. Again, we're going to be live at Champion Chevrolet tomorrow, having a big time as always. So we'll be there. So some of the folks we're saying hello to here again on this Wednesday. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll be joined by Ryan Whitten with Whitten Huddle. He's going to join us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. But before we go that way, let me take a couple of college football notes. Florida running back Jordan Scarlett, wide receiver Rick Wells, as well as linebackers James Houston and Ventrell Miller, all enrolled in school and have been cleared to return to the Gators after serving a season-long suspension stemming from a credit card fraud case that resulted in the suspension of 9 players of Florida back last year. The return of the players of what was a previously indefinite suspension is a huge boost for the Gators program that will enter winter workouts under first-year coach Dan Mullen. So, of course, the biggest comeback is Scarlett, 5'10", 215-pound running back, had a team-high 889 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2016 under former coach Jim McElwain. So the Gators get 4 of their guys back that were suspended. They served their year-long suspension. Hey, they were guilty, or at least assumed to be guilty, so they paid the penalty. They're back fully reinstated. They're getting a second chance. They served the suspension, set out a whole year. Then I got no problem with that. So they're back in the fold for the Florida Gator football program. For the second time in less than a week, Clemson has lost a quarterback to transfer. Fortunately for the Tigers, the depth chart at that position remains very, very good. Again, announcing yesterday Tucker Israel transferring to another program after getting his degree. Israel, who appeared in 2 games and completed all 4 of his passes as a redshirt freshman back in 2016, did not play this season, and so he had an injury, and he said he's going to be a Tiger forever. He is the second quarterback to transfer from Clemson. Last Friday, Zarek Cooper also announced he was transferring out, and so, but don't feel too bad for Dabo Swinney. They've got lots of horses in the barn in that category, so it's going to be okay for Clemson football come up 2018. PGA Tour starts this week, and they're playing golf in La Jolla, California at Torrey Pines South Course and the North Course, a $6.9 million purse to kick off the 2018 PGA Tour. It's the Farmers Insurance Open in La Jolla, California. One of the big stories in this particular golf tournament is the return of Tiger Woods. And so Tiger back in the course and back out there ready to show us that he's still got it. We'll see if he does. So Tiger Woods back again for the start of the 2018 PGA Tour as he will play along with all the other star-studded field of golfers, the Farmers Insurance Open, starting again tomorrow and concluding on Sunday at La Jolla, California. What else happening in sports? Again, on this Wednesday, we're live at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. My man's coming up here in a little while from Sprint, one of our great sponsors here on the show, and they've got some fantastic deals, including the iPhone 10. You can get the iPhone 10 for $30 a month for a new activation from Sprint, the Sprint store here in North Johnson City. Also, the iPhone 8, for everyone you lease, you get one free. So lease one, get one. The iPhone 8 from Sprint. And also, you have unlimited Freedom Plan, $100 for 5 lines. They said again, $100 for 5 lines, plus 5 free Moto E4 phones. Savings are good through the end of March. 5 lines and 5 phones for $100. You can't beat that at Sprint in North Johnson City, right in front of Longhorn Steakhouse. And so, good deal. Also, the tablet that I'm using here every day, this particular tablet is free, a free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers, and there it is, and there I am on the show. That's how I can keep track now of who's saying hello to me on the show, and I appreciate that. So, Gary Taylor, dear friend, we're going to get him on pretty soon, start talking about the St. Jude's putt-putt and all the different things going on, raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital in Memphis. And so, hello to Gary and Darius Hensley and Tony Sluter. Appreciate you guys, and And ladies as well, there's Londa Whittington and Carter Davis and some of the folks. Appreciate that very much. And again, a free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers, and 50% off any Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or Note 8 for new activations. And again, our buddy Zev will be here coming up in a little while. I'll talk some more about Sprint as we're here again at Chick-fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City. Quick break, we'll be right back. We'll go to Elizabeth and talk to my man Ryan Witten with Witten Huddle, a really cool organization doing a lot of neat things for kids, young men, young ladies. We'll tell you all about that coming up next year. Show number 673. They said it would never work. 673, we are. We'll be right back from Chick-fil-A on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we'll talk baseball at the top of the hour with our buddy Greg Salyer, Major League Baseball update. Of course, it is a busy time. Not free agents, but pitchers and catchers will be reporting by Valentine's Day. So Major League Baseball right around the corner. Let's go to the phone. He's there. You can see on the screen our buddy Ryan Witten with Witten Huddle. Good morning, my good friend. How are you?
Doing great, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're extremely busy, and for folks out there going, okay, we're not from Elizabethton, we don't even know what this is about. What in the world is Witten Huddle? What's it all about?
Witten Huddle, we created it three off seasons ago. Me and my wife, we've been wanting to do it, but for a long time, and it was the availability to do it. But we embraced the opportunity to create a positive atmosphere where athletes can further develop their fundamentals and techniques needed for success. So we started out as like a football training site. We help kids and athletes become better football players, from beginners to experts, just with footwork and agility and tackling skills, quarterback skills. The game's getting scrutinized at every level, and we're here to create a better product in East Tennessee. It's a great opportunity to not only develop kids from our hometown Elizabethton, but from all over the area, Southwest Virginia. We got kids in Greenville, Johnson City, Elizabethton, of course, Hampton, and that Carter County area. But it's a great opportunity to just give instruction. We're always on top of things with the benefits and everything of what football has to offer. So, that's kind of what we do there. We've opened up the speed and agility as well into other sports, and the future, we just want to continue to open doors and open boundaries for our program and get more kids involved and just create an atmosphere where the kids can push away their fears and become excited about reaching their goals.
What's the ballpark number of kids you got in your program right now?
It varies. We lose some kids to winter sports, but then we'll pick some up off of when spring sports start back. So there's a lot of kids who are playing multiple sports, which is a good thing. A lot of football athletes are running track, and we usually get about 50 to 60 a week, just depending on schedules. We have variety camps. We offer one-on-one programs as well, like a beginner or someone who wants to just work on linebacker. It's like we call ourselves kind of like a football tutor. So that's kind of where we are there, and we offer classes during the week, and then on certain nights, we have a Friday Night Lights mini camp series that we focus for elementary school age kids that are beginners. We 1 week we'll go offensive skills, and then the next month we'll go defensive skills. Like this Friday night is our defensive skills camp for our Friday night series. That's a unique opportunity to get kids in on Friday nights and for about 2 hours just handle some football. So it's a great opportunity for us and as coaches, and we invite all our athletes to come and check it out.
We're talking to Ryan Witten Huddle. Physically, where is it this Witten Huddle's at? Where's it located?
It's actually at the old East Tennessee Sports Complex where they used to play basketball up in Stony Creek behind Northeast State Elizabethton.
Right.
Our owner had gutted it. I don't know if you were in here when they played basketball and volleyball, but they took the basketball courts up and laid turf down in the middle of it. It's 40 yards long and 25 yards wide. And then there's an exterior of the turf is a gym. So there's gym members. It's called Star Fitness. Kind of ironic to Witten Huddle, but we combined each other, and it's up right there. It's not really, we think Stony Creek. It's not all the way up to Unique High School. It's easy to get to. I live in Piney Flats. It takes about 12 minutes. But I also have insurance where it allows me to travel. So, if there's a group of kids and, Dobbin's been in high school, I go over there every once in a while and do some speed and agility. We have insurance that allows us to go down and use their facilities. Every once in a while we go down to Coach Harrison at South Green. He wants us to come down once a month. We to train his kids who can't come here. The availability to drive and parents' working schedule. We go to them as well. So we're up at 103 Smoky Mountain Place in Elizabeth, Tennessee, and then we also, if you can, we travel as well. So there are no excuses here at Witten Huddle.
We're talking to Ryan Witten Huddle. I think it's really cool. You had an event scheduled on Saturday, but Bubby called, and so now you're not going to do it on Saturday. Tell me about it.
No, man, we had an event. We try to schedule events out. My wife told me all the time with my notebook about scheduling events out farther ahead and being organized. And we had an event scheduled for Saturday, but late last night when I got home, my brother Jason called and invited me and Sean and my mom to the Pro Bowl. So pretty cool opportunity. 11th Pro Bowl, you can't pass that up. So we're going to head to Orlando, I think, Saturday morning early, and got opportunity to watch what football's done for my family and for the life lessons that my family's been able to learn through the game of football is, and the community support that we've had from East Tennessee we will never be able to repay it. But, I know that he's proud. We're proud of what his accomplishments. And I know that he's proud of what we're doing at Witten Huddle. He's a big part of what we do at Witten Huddle. I'm always bouncing business ideas off of him. I'm always sending him. He always sends us drills and techniques that, we need to incorporate involved at Witten Huddle, and then, of course, Sean and at Elizabeth High School. So it's a great, unique I tell the kids all the time, it's, all the paths that the kids want to go to in sports, my family lives it every day. So we're lucky and we're blessed, and we just try to give back to those kids that need it, that want that in their life.
We're talking to Ryan Witten, Witten Huddle. Of course, he also coaches at Duggar Junior High and helps Sean again at Elizabethton High School. So is there a website we can go to find out more about upcoming, do you call them classes, do you call them camps, what do you call them?
We have like mini camps. We just call them like mini camps, 2-hour sessions on like Fridays or Saturdays, and then we have sessions during the week. But you can look up. It's just WittenHuddle.com. We have our website there, and it'll kind of direct you to my phone number. And we got some guys that helped us. Terrence Turner, former athlete, he's getting his degree at ETSU in exercise science, and then Jared Whitehead, a former athlete as well. He helps us with some of our strength, athletes with strength and flexibility, and we'll continue to add guest coaches into our program. So, and of course myself, and we're just excited the opportunities that we have.
I know before I let you go, we're talking about Jason. He was an alternate, but the guy ahead of him, a tight end for the Eagles, obviously going to the Super Bowl, so he gets bumped up to being now on the active roster, and so you're going down to watch, you say his 11th Pro Bowl, is that right?
11th Pro Bowl, yes sir. He ties Bob Lilly. I've never seen Bob Lilly play, but Bob Lilly must have been pretty daggone good, but former Cowboy, but it's his 11th Pro Bowl. I think Jason had 64 catches for like 580 yards and 6 touchdowns, and going into next year 16, I'm sure Jason would exchange the Super Bowl for the Pro Bowl any day. But the opportunity to go to the Pro Bowl again, and as you're going into you're finishing up your 15th season, starting your 16th season, and Jason is as hungry as ever to want to be the best. I saw a statement the other day from Coach Saban. It said, what's the point of a mission statement if nobody's on a mission? So that motivates us as coaches, as mentors, to be the best. And we fuel each other's fire sometimes. We're as close as we've ever been, and we're his biggest fans, and at the same time, though, we're his biggest critics. So, my granddad is, he's not afraid to tell Jason when he's giving anything away, or what he needs to work on. So, my granddad is a big impact on our life, and he always is at our games when we're coaching. He comes to Witten Huddle sometimes and tries to, still coach up the kids, which he thinks the kids don't know him, don't listen to him. But I tell him it doesn't matter. When he walks in, he has that presence with our young people. So that generation is we need to cherish and listen to.
You got it. Before I let you go, one more time, the website to go to find out more.
WittenHuddle.com, yes sir. And our slogans, next season starts now. So just check us out and give us a phone call, and we'll do anything we can to help your athletes. So
you got it. Hey, great report, man. I'm going to get you on more.
Hey, thanks for having me, sir.
You're awesome. I'll see you.
Yeah, man, thank you.
Good luck down in Orlando, all right?
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Yes, sir, I will. I'll stay out of trouble. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Okay. Great job again, Ryan Witten from Witten Huddle. How about that? His brother got named to the Pro Bowl, so Jason Witten's about to be in his 11th Pro Bowl. Ron said, hey, we got a call from Bubby, and Bub said we need to brother said we need to come down to the Pro Bowl, so why would you not? You're exactly right. Get in there and get after it and have a big time. So the Pro Bowl in Orlando, Florida. So again, WhittenHuddle.com. Check it out. Ryan Whitten, great job. We appreciate him very much. And I don't know about you, but when you talk to him, you talk to Sean, and we're going to have Jason on at some point. We're working on having that to do a phone call. But when you talk to these guys, I mean, he just exudes enthusiasm and confidence. And what was the motto? The next season starts now. It's pretty cool stuff. So anyway, appreciate him very much. That again, Ryan Whitten from Whitten Huddle, WhittenHuddle.com. It is up Stony Creek there, close to the airport, and in by Northeast State in Elizabethton, but not that far away. And it's open to anybody and everybody. So it's not just to Elizabethton kids. It's to any student athlete who wants to improve their football skills, getting faster, getting stronger, whatever. So check it out, WhittenHuddle.com. National Hockey League last night in a shootout. Nashville, which was one of the winningest teams and still is in the National Hockey League, loses last night in overtime. Tampa Bay, the winningest team in the National Hockey League, comes into town and skates past them in overtime 4-3. Tampa Bay now 33-12. Nashville falls to 28-11 on the season. Other finals in the National Hockey League, Boston skates past New Jersey 3-2. Penguins, the defending Stanley Cup champions, pick up their 26th win, skating past Carolina 3-1. Montreal 4, Colorado 2. Philadelphia 3-2 winner over Detroit. St. Louis, the Blues in St. Louis shut out Ottawa 3-0. Other finals in the National Hockey League, it was a 6-1 win, Dallas all over Florida last night in Texas. Buffalo goes into Edmonton. Buffalo's only now 13 wins under the belt. They're 13-26, but shut out. Not only did they beat Edmonton, who's got 21 wins under their belt, not only did they beat them, but they shut them out 5-0 last night in Edmonton. Anaheim 6-3 win over New York. It was Vancouver, the Canucks, with an upset over the LA Kings in Vancouver, 6-2 the final there. Vegas skates past the Blue Jackets, doubled them up 6-3, and Winnipeg a 5-4 win on the ice over San Jose and the Shark Tank, I should say, in San Jose. Only 2 on tap tonight, 2 good ones though. Toronto, the Maple Leafs at 26-18, skating in Chicago against the Blackhawks at 22-19 tonight, and the LA Kings at 25-18. They skate in Calgary tonight against the Flames. They too a 25-win season so far, so a pretty good matchup. Couple of 25-win teams. LA, the Kings, and Calgary tonight against the Flames. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We thank you for being with us. We're here live at Chick-Fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City. Before we go to the break, I want to remind you, coming up tomorrow night, of course, tonight's church night. Tomorrow night is the Christian Life of Witness course open to everybody. No registration is needed, no cost to attend. And so tomorrow night, the 25th, you've got a couple of places in Abington, Virginia, Abington Bible Church, in Blountville, at Blountville Presbyterian, and in Johnson City at Antioch Baptist Church, again at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. All 3 of those locations in Abington, in Blountville, and in Johnson City for you to go to the Christian Life Witness course open to everybody. No registration needed. There's no cost to attend. Starts at 7 o'clock. The materials are free. And this, again, is under the umbrella of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, getting ready for the celebration of Evangelist Will Graham coming to town April the 27th, 28th, and 29th at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. We're very, very stoked about that, I can tell you. Extremely fired up, I guess, be the way that I would want to say that, because it's going to be good, and souls are going to be saved for eternity coming up April the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and I'm very excited about that, and so love promoting the fact that's going to be happening. Before we go to the break, hello, Jerry McNeil and Elizabethton. Thanks for watching, my friend. Grilled market salad, one of the salads you can get here at Chick-fil-A. Sliced grilled chicken breast served on a fresh bed of chopped romaine lettuce and baby greens, topped with shredded red cabbage and carrots, crumbled blue cheese, and a mix of red and green apples, strawberries, and blueberries made fresh every day, served with harvest nut granola, and also served with roasted nut blend and zesty, I love that word, zesty, apple cider vinaigrette. And so this is a salad with only 330 calories, and so it's available here. It's called the Grilled Market Salad at Chick-fil-A here at the Crossings in North Johnson City. Quick break. We'll be right back. Baseball right around the corner. Coming up next, take a look at some more sports, and we'll let you know what's going on with baseball at the top of the hour as we're here live at Chick-fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City on show number 673. Bradley Purdy, hello from Cleveland, Texas. Well, hello, Brad Purdy. Way down yonder in Texas. They do it bigger in Texas. Brad Purdy, howdy, from Cleveland, Texas. Or is there Cleveland? No, that's Cleveland, Texas. Hello, yonder down in the Lone Star State, Cleveland, Texas. All right, we'll take a quick break, come right back. We got more for you coming up next. We're live at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Again, show number 673 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-Fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-Fil-A. Chick-Fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 673. Again, I double-checked that during the break. Yep, Bradley Purdy from Cleveland, Texas, watching the show. Hello, Bradley. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that very, very much. And, again, all the other folks we've always give a shout-out to here on this Wednesday. Live at Chick-fil-A tomorrow. You can see on the sidebars here, we'll be at the #1 Chevy dealer in the state of Tennessee. Nobody sells more Chevrolets. There's 50-plus dealerships in Tennessee. And Champion Chevrolet here in Johnson City outsells all the Chevy dealerships in Memphis, Knoxville, Nashville, Chattanooga, the bigger metropolitan areas. And so we're going to be there tomorrow broadcasting live. Then on Friday, we'll be at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Big Midnight Madness sale coming up. We got the specials right here. And, again, as always, they've outdone themselves for the Midnight Madness sale. Here it is. Food City Midnight Madness, and I'll give you a couple of teases before we get into the NFL notes. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, 8-count on Friday only, $1.49, limit 3 per person. If you drink Snapple drink, you get 6-pack of 16-ounce bottles on Friday for $2.99. Again, also on Friday, you have the frozen selected varieties Boston Market Meals, limit 6. There's 6 for $10 on Friday at all Food Cities. Also, Food Club large eggs, 18-count grade 8 white, limit 2 per person, $1.89 for 18 eggs. And that's limit 2 per person. And then let's throw one more at you here before we get into the National Football League notes, such as they are. Folgers Classic Roast Coffee, 24 to 30 ounce container. Selected varieties, limit 2, $5.99. So all that coming up again. There's the sale paper. We'll be ready to roll on Friday at all Food City locations. The Midnight Madness sale, of course, will be live, as we said, at Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. Greg Salyer talking baseball coming up here in just a few minutes. Pro football, the Cleveland Browns have won one game in their past 32 tries, have not been to the playoffs since 2002. 16-year drought for the Browns. But the pit of misery that the Browns perpetually exist in doesn't seem to scare Wyoming quarterback and NFL draft prospect Josh Allen. He said, you know what, if I get a chance, I'd love to be the guy that turns the Browns around. He said, if I'm fortunate enough to become a Cleveland Brown, you can expect everything from me. I want to be the guy that turns around the Cleveland Browns. I like that attitude, so we'll see if he'll be drafted to make that happen. But he's one of the guys that is going to go high in the draft, and maybe the Browns will draft Josh Allen, young man who's a quarterback or was a quarterback for the Wyoming Cowboys. NFL Walter Payton Man of the Year Award being trimmed down to 3 players. They'll announce it on February the 3rd, on that Saturday before the Super Bowl. J.J. Watt of the Houston Texans, Greg Olsen of the Carolina Panthers, and Benjamin Watson of the Baltimore Ravens are the 3 finalists for the league's most prestigious off-the-field award. And, of course, NFL notes, still upset. Working as a substitute teacher at Cleveland High School, I graduated from Dobbins Middle Class in 96. I've watched a lot of your shows and listened to you cover DB football with Rick Spivey. How about that? Thank you very much. It says see more, so with Rick Spivey, your voice is legendary. Well, okay. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that very, very much. I don't know what to say to that. I guess thank you. A little embarrassing, but that's good. Thank you. Your voice is legendary. I appreciate that. Bradley Purdy from Kingsport, Tennessee, now living in Cleveland, Texas. Did Dobbins in the football for 20-some years, my buddy Rick Spivey. Tyler. Little Ricky Sicky. There's only one Rick Spivey. Bless his heart. So, anyway, let's take a look at the National Football League. Again, I'm still on this kick, and we'll stay on this kick over this kneeling for the national anthem. The National Football League has rejected a Super Bowl advertisement from the American veterans urging people to stand for the national anthem. This is going to be in the football program at the Super Bowl. The nation's largest veteran service organization had been invited by the National Football League to place an ad in the Super Bowl program. AmVet's advertisement included a 2-word message: please stand. It's a simple, polite request that represents the sentiment of our membership, particularly those whose missing or paralyzed limbs preclude standing, says the National Commander of the American Vets, Marion Polk. He sent a letter off to the NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell. American veterans accused the NFL of outright censorship by rejecting the advertisement. Freedom of speech works both ways. We respect the right of those who choose to kneel to protest, as these rights are precisely what our members have fought for, and in many cases died for. But imposing corporate censorship to deny that same right to veterans who have secured it for us all is reprehensible and totally beyond words. So says Marion Polk. I agree with him 120%. So, as I said yesterday, you're going to tell me, they said it's a political statement. You're going to tell me some of these performers at halftime of the Super Bowls, I don't know who's going to do it this year. Is it Justin Timberlake or is it Justin Bieber? I don't know. I ain't watching it. I'll be watching Andy Griffith or something. I'd rather watch Ernest T. Bass being schooled by Helen Crump in the classroom. Thank you, Mrs. Wiley. Kelsey's Pond. I'd rather watch that than watch the Super Bowl. Ain't a snowball's chance I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. Anyway, the American Vets advertisement says, please stand. They said, no, it's political. It's making a political statement. What in the Sam Hill do you think these guys are doing by kneeling and then coming out and bashing Trump and bashing all this other stuff they're trying to tie into that? That's not a political statement. Oh, me oh my, Tommy boy, me oh my. Anyway, Bradley Purdy, I love him, man. You made my day. Watching in Cleveland, Texas, graduated from Dobbins Minute and watch a lot of my shows. Thank you very much. Listen to you cover DB football with Rick Spivey for all those years. Thanks, Bradley Purdy. You made my day. Old country boy, kind of flipped my trigger. We are going to take a break. Again, Super Bowl, not a chance. Are you going to watch it?
I've watched one down in the NFL all season.
Yeah.
And that was because I couldn't change the channel fast.
Greg's going to join us, by the way, coming up here in just a second. Greg Sauer talking Major League Baseball. There's a lot to talk about as we're heading down the home stretch to spring training. But again, the Super Bowl, nah. And I know you don't care if I watch it or not. It's personal preference. You can watch it, have a big time. But as for me and my household, not a chance will I watch that. So anyway, we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we'll morph from the NFL, the American veterans. They asked him, they invited him to put an ad in the program, so they did. And then he said, no, we don't. You can't do it that. It says, please stand. That's all it says. Please stand. It doesn't say, please stand to the national anthem. For all they know, it says, please stand while you eat your pizza or your hot dog. It just says, please stand. And the National Football League said, no, that's making a political statement. That is a bunch of garbage. That is hogwash. Roger Goodell, get a grip, cowboy. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the Tom Turner Sports Show.
Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Do you like pulled pork? At Phil's, the pulled pork is cooked low and slow. We cook it all night, but we serve it fast. Our pulled pork is hickory smoked, tender and juicy. We serve the pork either as a sandwich on a bun or platter style with garlic toast. And don't forget to try our pork wings. They taste like a cross between ham and our sweet ribs. It comes as a meal, as an add-on, or part of our meat sampler platters. Pulled pork and pork wings. Just two great reasons to stop by Phil's Dream Pit. Eastern Star exit off I-26, 349-6437. Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-Fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-Fil-A. Chick-Fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we'll get to Greg Salary, who's sitting right here ready to go in just a second. I do want to read a nice comment. Bradley Purdy, as a matter of fact, he responded to what we said, or what I said. So here we go. Here's what he's reading right off my tablet, my free tablet I got from Sprint. I love it. My, I forget the name of it, LG DR5409 tablet, whatever it is. So Zeb's going to be here in a little while to tell us about it, but it's absolutely free to customers. The vets stood for our freedom. We should stand for their sacrifices. Losing their life and limb is the only thing to do. Shouldn't matter if you lean left or right, because it's the only thing to do for the vets. Booyah, as I would say. He's
Where's
right
the
on.
Bell?
Where's the bell? Well, I got me a new bell. Did you see that?
I did see that, yeah.
Got a cross bell.
Yeah,
and
I
it
like
sounds
that.
a little cheesy. But that's okay. It's like room service. But anyway, but yes, I'm all about that. It's a good job, Bradley Purdy, and he's exactly right. Let's get Greg on the screen here because he's in the house. Ready to talk a little baseball, and it's hit, boom, there he is, and hit the right camera knob and hit that. And there he is.
Hey,
Well,
you
not
want
quite.
to see part of me?
We're going to see all of him. Here we go. There
All
he
right,
is.
there we go.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, Tom, how are you today?
So what is your take? We'll get into it before we get into baseball. You said, now, I'm not setting him up. He said, I'll gladly tell you what I think about the national anthem and the kneeling and all that garbage. So go ahead. What's your take?
Okay, I accidentally watched one down of the NFL this year because I could not change the channel fast enough, but I could not care less about the NFL.
Bingo.
Had no idea who was in the playoffs.
Yep.
I do know who's playing in the Super Bowl just because you can't really escape that. But I couldn't care less about it. You know, my family that night, we're going to be watching Victoria on PBS instead of the NFL, instead of the Super Bowl, because you know we kind of like that show for one thing. It's about Queen Victoria, and it's pretty cool if you haven't seen it. But that's what we'll be watching that night, and you know, and I'm sure I'll hear who won, but it really doesn't matter in the least to me.
And you're not the Lone Ranger, I can tell you that.
Oh, absolutely
here's
not.
two of us. I'm not going to watch it. Could care less.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was interesting that Papa John's came out midway through the season, the CEO, and said, you know, our sales are way down. Well, they're one of the title sponsors of the National Football League. And so they quickly did a little cover your bacon and got him back out there and had him kind of readdress how things were and how, you know, sales were down for other reasons besides the NFL. Why don't this come out? I mean, all you got to do is watch the stands.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I guess I didn't, but I assume the playoffs were sellouts. I don't know. But during the course of the regular season, when I'd watch the highlights package, I couldn't help but watch it when I was getting ready for the show. I mean, you saw these big splotches of empty seats in the NFL in the stadium. So they can say what they want to, but Main Street America heard this loud and clear, or watched it loud and clear, and these guys knelt. And so, you know, my whole thing about this American Vets is they have their right to kneel. But these guys have I mean, it was hashtag please stand. That's all they're going to put in this program. You know, it's not anything militant. It's not anything in your face. It's going to say hashtag please stand. And the NFL says no. That is a political statement.
Yeah, what a joke.
What a joke. Thank you.
Okay, so we had this guy come into our church on Sunday. He was there Sunday morning and Sunday night. And his question to me Sunday morning was, he was afraid for the attendance Sunday night. He said, so do you have guys in your church that will, because it's playoff games, not be here tonight? And I said, no. I said, there's not going to be anybody miss church tonight because there's a playoff game on TV that I know of. Mm-hmm. And we had a great crowd. Yeah. So, you know, people don't care. They don't care about the NFL anymore. It's nothing but a joke.
Sure. Well, now, here's the other little added twist. We'll get into baseball, which is why he's here. But there's been a lot of speculation at the end of the game the other day. And I went back and watched the video clip on the computer. The officials, after the game, normally
I
they
saw
run
that.
off the field.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, they get the heck out of Dodge because one side of that stadium, I don't care what sport you're calling, if you're a basketball official, whatever, when the game's over, football official, somebody doesn't like you and somebody's blaming the zebras, as they call them, for a poor game. Well, after the New England, who they play? Patriots played Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I guess, yeah.
Tells you how much I know. You remember remember Gone with the Wind? Remember what Rhett told Scarlett then? Frankly, Scarlett, there you go.
Yeah.
So, anyway, after the game, the officials are out there smacking some of the Patriot players on their shoulder pads and shaking their hand, congratulating them. I'm thinking, what does that tell you? Well, I mean, what? Even if it's innocent, it still portrays a
Oh, yeah.
It just didn't look right, and so now there's been speculation. I guess folks that, what do you call them, theorists? No, what's the word?
Conspiracy theorists. Yeah.
Are saying, okay, this thing was rigged, it was fixed, and I don't know. I can't go that far to say. I do know. I went back and looked at the box score. Patriots had one penalty for 10 yards in the whole ball game.
Wow.
And the other team had 8 or 9 penalties. I'd have to go back and check. And so there was a discrepancy there. And then after the game, the officials over high-fiving and patting the Patriots on the shoulder pads as they were going off the field. Now, was it a bunch of nothing? Maybe, but it just didn't look right. Perception is reality, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I can speak from authority because I was a former official. And after the game, we were told, get in the locker room because somebody's going to be mad at you thinking, nobody ever says we got beat because we just got beat. It's always the official's fault. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, and there's still folks that are upset about that, thinking that the officials were playing favorites, whatever. It just didn't look right. I don't know if they played favorites or not. It didn't look right. So anyway, NFL.
They're not going to do anything about it, though.
No, they're not going to do anything. That would require guts. So they're not going to do anything about it. Here's what happens, it looks like, at the NFL. We wet our finger and see what's politically correct, and then we react accordingly. So not what's right, what's politically correct. So, all right, I'm done. I feel better. I've purged out of my system. Mr. Sawyer is in the house. Talk a little baseball. Tonight, we're going to find out who's going to go into the Baseball Hall of Fame, which is a pretty exciting day. The votes have been tabulated, I'm sure, at this point, and so they're going to come out tonight on January the 24th and announce the National Baseball Hall of Fame class. Who do you think?
Well, we know Jack Morris and Alan Trammell are going in from a Veterans Committee vote, but I think there's 3 guys that are going to be a lock. I really Chipper Jones is a lock for a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think Jim Thome will also get in, and Vladimir Guerrero on his second attempt, I believe, will get in as well. He may be his vote total may be closer to not getting in than the other 2 guys. I think there's a couple of other guys who have good, strong possibility of getting in. Trevor Hoffman is one. I think he will be right there, and Edgar Martinez is the other one. I think those guys will be right up there with at that 75% threshold. I think they're going to be around that, both of those guys. Whether they get in or not, I don't know. But I think those other 3 guys are locks. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be guys that won't be on the ballot again after this, too. And one of the guys that, from what I'm hearing, as far as the at least going by the ballots that have been revealed where these guys have said, yeah, this is who I voted for, guys like Andrew Jones, who are hovering around 6%. If you get less than 5, you're not on the ballot anymore. Come on, Andrew Jones should have got more than 6% of the vote. I mean, when he was playing back in the 90s, who were the 2 legit center fielders that you talked about? Ken Griffey Jr. and Andrew Jones.
Andrew Jones, yeah.
So
I agree with that.
Yeah. So that concerns me. I think some of the other guys like Omar Vizquel, maybe Scott Rowland, I think they'll be on for at least another year or so. I think they'll get more than that 5%. But most of the guys will be one and done.
Here's 2 more: Johnny Damon, Johan Santana, a couple of guys that they're kind of on the outside looking in. By the way, do you know somebody named Hannah Salyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's watching.
Is she watching today? Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Hannah Banana. So.
Hey, Hannah.
Yeah, we always called her Hannah Banana. What a sweet. That would be Greg's daughter. J.T. Holloman. Hello, Mr. J.T. Love that guy. He's one of those guys that represents the men in blue and the ladies in blue. We always on this show say thanks, along with our veterans who got shafted in the National Football League Super Bowl program. Oh, I'm jacked up over that. Goodness gracious. What a mockery. But anyway, to the folks, the ladies and the gents, our firefighters, our policemen, police ladies, policemen, also our EMS and our those folks that take care of us when something goes wrong. You hit 911, they're the first on the scene, so we appreciate all those. And again, my buddy J.T. Holloman, love him to death, great guy, studying to be a chaplain.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, he's going to be a chaplain.
Awesome.
Oh, look, it's so cool. He and Betsy, they got a great family, and they're cool folks. So Anyway, say hello to JT and Hannah and Gary Taylor, Renee McNeil, my buddy Bradley Purdy watching way down yonder in Cleveland, Texas. Some of the folks got us dialed in. We're talking baseball with Greg Salyer. Free agents, lawsy mercy. There's almost as many not signed as there are that are signed to the big names. And here we are, pitchers and catchers report Feb 13, Feb 14. So you're talking about 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
And some of the big dogs, the big dogs, are not signed. Is that unusual? And why do you think? Normally everybody's kind of signed, sealed, and delivered, certainly by Christmas, even early January. But why do you think there's so many out there hanging loose?
It is unusual. It's almost baffling, except for there's a couple of reasons that I think that we can look at. One is Scott Boras. A lot of these guys are have him as their agent, and he typically will wait before signing. He will try to get every offer he possibly can get. He will release rumors about his players that say, okay, such and such is in on them, such and such is not. He'll do whatever he can to get the best deal that he possibly can for his players, and so he'll wait as long as he possibly can. Here's the other thing that I think we need to look at as well. I think we need to look at the 2018-19 free agent class, the guys that are going to be free agents next year, because I think some of these teams, instead of locking up a guy for long term, they'll look at a guy like Hosmer, or they'll look at a guy like J.D. Martinez, let's say, and they'll say, okay, do I want to lock him up for the next 5, 6, 7 years, or do I want to wait a year? Maybe I can get Bryce Harper, who will be a free agent next year, or maybe I can pick up Manny Machado, who'll be a free agent next year, or at maybe a little bit of a reduced rate compared to some of these other guys, Adam Jones, who'll be a free agent next year. Hey, Clayton Kershaw can opt out of his contract next year and be a free agent as well. There are huge names coming out next year that I think some of these teams are saying, you know what, instead of going after a guy, getting him right now, let's wait a year, and maybe I can sign somebody else long term. Now, here's the thing that I heard today, and let's talk about Manny Machado for just a second. The Orioles have been trying to trade him, but at this point, why would you make a trade unless you think you can sign him long term? Because he's going to want to go out there next year and see what he can get on the open market. Because for a guy like that, the sky's the limit. It's hard to tell what some team may pay this guy next year. So why would you trade for him now? And if you think you possibly cannot sign him long term and literally give up the farm for him, because that's what they're going to have to do when they can sign him next year and not lose anything.
We're talking to Greg Salyer, talking Major League Baseball. Hello to Billy Lewis. Hello, my friend. Thanks for watching the show. Appreciate that. Jerry McNeil, some of the folks, and Renee watching. Of course, Jerry and Renee, dear friends over there in Elizabethton. So hope you're having a great day. Here we go. I'm going to run down some of these trades, some of these maybes, and see what you think. My boys from Sprint going to be here in just a minute. Caleb Sparks and the Big Daddy, the Zeb Monster, is going to be here. They act like they're not.
They're not paying attention.
Yeah. They're smelling that chicken. That's why they're over there salivating. Is that the right word? Salivating? Salivating,
yeah.
Or whatever.
Salivate. That's the West Virginia way of saying salivate.
Go ahead. Enjoy your time, Greg. You'll never be back. No, he's probably right. You start smelling his chicken strips and yowls and some of that chicken noodle soup. Yeah, you do start salivating. Or slobbering, whatever. All right, here we go. Giants pick up veteran center fielder Austin Jackson on Monday. The Giants' 2-year contract with veteran center Austin Jackson. What do you have last year? Batted .318, 7 home runs, 318 plate appearances. What do you think? Is that a good thing?
Well, I'll tell you what it does do. It kind of makes Lorenzo Cain nervous, I think, because that's the team that I kept hearing that he was going to be signing with. So now they pick up an Austin Jackson. They don't have a need anymore for Lorenzo Cain. Not a bad move for the Giants, You need a leadoff guy. He's a leadoff type guy. He's going to play center field. He's a guy that can help that team. So I think it's a step up for the Giants for sure.
Martha Hampton watching. Hello, young lady. One of the nicest ladies in the world. Martha Hampton. Bless you, and bless you again over there. My man Zep's has got the sneeze thing going. All right, Christian Yelich. Brewers made an offer to the Marlins for this outfielder, 26-year-old career .290 batter, experience in left field and center field. What do you think?
a lot of teams would like to have Christian Yelich. He is he's a star. I mean, he's a guy that's a legitimate five-tool player. He and here's the thing: he is still under team control for 4 or 5 more years. I mean, he's not going to be a free agent for a while. So if you can get this guy, get him. You don't have to pay him a truckload of money at this point in his career. That's going to come in 4 or 5 years, and he's going to make a fortune. But at this point in time, go after him and get him. The Brewers have to give up a lot. I don't think the Marlins are going to let him go cheap because they want at least 1 or 2 guys that you've heard of in their lineup this coming year. So they're not going to let him go cheap. But a good move for any team, I think, that could go out and pick up a guy like Christian Yelich.
All right. We were at the Billy Graham Training Center, the Cove in Black Mountain, North Carolina on Monday. I had a chance to interview this guy right here, Will Graham. You have to go back and watch the show where I said, look into the camera and preach, and he did for about 5 or 6 minutes. Had the sinner's prayer, talked to him pretty point blank. You went to school with Will Graham.
I did. I went to seminary with Will.
Yeah. Coolest guy in the world. After the show, we go have lunch. All the group that we were with, Darius and his wife, and some other folks from the Cove. So I'm sitting there talking to him. This is Will Graham, the guy who works on his own cars. When he gets home, he just came home from Scotland. He said, I get out there in the garage and turn the wrenches. It's great to get away from everything. And he changes his own oil, and he changes his wife's oil in their car, which I just find incredible. I don't know why, but there's nothing wrong with it. But it's just, normally you don't think somebody, I guess, of that stature, if you will, to be out changing his own oil in his wife's car and his car, and out there underneath the hood, turning wrenches and ratchets. But it's cool.
He refinishes furniture too, by the way. I've seen him do that.
See, so the guys, I'm telling you, I have no reason to puff him up because he don't want to be puffed up, but he could sit right here, couldn't he? Talk to us all. There is nothing.
Absolutely.
There are no pretenses about Will Graham. I was blown away. He said, that name Graham opens up a lot of doors for my father Franklin and because of my granddaddy Billy. But he said, at the end of the day, I still got to be me, and I still got to preach the gospel the way I do it. So, anyways, coming to Freedom Hall, April the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and we'll talk more about that. New York Mets, Jacob deGrom. They're trying to get him re-signed. This guy's going to be, he's tied up with the Mets through the 2020 season, at which point he'll be 32. Enters 2018 with a career 2.98 ERA, 2 top 10 finishes in the Cy Young Award voting. Do the Mets make a smart move and tie this guy up?
Yeah, they do. I think they're definitely going to do that if he's willing. Sign him long term as long as you can keep him. Pitchers, I'm always concerned about signing pitchers long term because they get hurt so frequently. But this guy is a real deal, and I've seen him pitch in person, and he's really solid. And I think the Mets would be wise to do that. And they went out and got Adrian Gonzalez for first base too. That was a signing that kind of went under the radar, but they went out and did that. So good power bat in the lineup as well now with Bruce. So the Mets need to keep that young pitching together as long as they can.
One of our great sponsors, Dr. Barry Walton and Max Medicine Mart. Boy, he saved my bacon 2 Fridays ago. Goodness gracious. Went over there with an abscessed tooth. Side of my head. It looked like I've been, from this part of my lip over, it looked like I've been hit with a ball bat. So I walked into his pharmacy. He said, let me make a phone call for you. So he got me into Dr. Philip Marshall, his personal dentist, saved the day. And so Dr. Walton will be over there at his place twice in the month of February at Max Medicine Mart. So love that guy. He's got a heart as big as this room. So hello to Dr. Walton. Appreciate him very much. J.D. Martinez, Red Sox, $125 million over 5 years. Nothing signed yet, but they keep going back and forth. Good move for the Red Sox. Good move for Martinez.
Yeah, good fit. That's what I've been saying all along. That's where he'll end up, and he may try to hold out for a little more money. I think 5 years is about all he's going to get on a contract. He might be 1 in 6, but he's probably only going to get 5. $125 million. I think that's going to be good for this year, and look for him to probably sign, hopefully pretty soon.
Coming up next, one of our great sponsors, the lads from Sprint, are here. That would be Caleb Sparks and Zeb Kopus. It's a tag team. That's like Smith and Wesson, Brooks and Dunn, George and Tammy. It's Caleb and Zeb.
George and Tammy.
They're not even They're not. Yeah, they are too. They're listening. Okay, they're grinning. They're grinning over there. So love those guys. We'll have them on coming up here in just a second. Manny Machado. He signs with the Orioles, but yet he's still been out there flirted around and as a possible trade bait with the White Sox, the Cardinals, the Cubs, Yankees, Boston, even the Arizona Diamondbacks. Machado stays put, or does he move on?
I think at this point he may stay put. I really do. I mean, I say that, but he could sign in the next 15 minutes, or they could trade him in the next 15 minutes with somebody. But with the contract that he has now with the Orioles, that team has to assume that contract, and it's a sizable figure now. So, I see him staying put till he becomes a free agent next year, and somebody will pick him up.
All right, here we go. I'm going to run down these. We've got a bunch of them. We're going, I guess, probably a 10-second answer for all these guys. Get them in. Starting pitcher Jake Arrieta. What do you think?
Keep hearing the Twins with Arrieta. I don't think he's going back to the Cubs, though. I'll say that.
Alex Avila.
Alex Avila. He's an intriguing guy. I keep hearing the Yankees, even though they got Sanchez as a catcher. So who knows?
Jose Bautista.
I look for him to re-sign with the Blue Jays. I think that's the best fit for him, and probably what he's going to do.
I love to say that. I'd love to be the PA guy now batting. Jose Bautista.
Yeah, one of those great names.
Great name.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was a kid. I'm aging myself. There's a guy who pitched for the Cardinals, Diego Segui. There was a catcher of the Expos, John Bacabella.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Biff Pocaroba.
We're showing our age here.
That was my favorite.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting Biff Pocaroba.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Loved him. Loved that guy.
Oh, Biff. Lorenzo Cain. What do you think about Cain? Where's he headed?
Wow, I thought he was going to the Giants, but it's not going to happen now. So I don't know. I mean, I think he's kind of worried.
Andrew Kashner.
Wow, you know what? He's one of the starting pitchers that's not in that top tier, but right below him. Maybe the Rangers again. I don't know, but I think he's got a lot of interest.
We're live again at Chick-Fil-A here at the crossing of North Johnson City. Tomorrow will be a Champion Chevrolet Friday. Food City on the Volunteer Parkway in Bristol. The big Food City Midnight Madness sale on Friday. Alex Cobb, starting pitcher.
Yeah, a lot of interest in Cobb. I keep hearing Blue Jays even, so maybe that's a possibility. And the Twins, they say they're in on him as well. So if they don't get Arrieta, look for them to sign Cobb.
Yu Darvish, that name's been batted around 100 times since the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard it. He keeps saying, there's 5 or 6 teams, there's a mystery team. I think it'll be the Cubs. I really do. I think that's who's going to get him.
Think so?
I think so.
All right, let's go with a couple of more here. R.A. Dickey.
Yeah, that's an interesting name, isn't it? Guy in his 40s now, a knuckleball pitcher. He could pitch forever. I don't know where he's going to end up, but I saw his name on that list of guys that's still out there, and I just hope somebody signs him. Great guy. I'd love to see him in the majors, and old Tennessee ball player, and hope somebody pick him up.
Jared Dyson.
Okay, interesting guy, Jared Dyson. I think he'll be a bargain for somebody. I really do. I think somebody will be able to pick him up. I would look for somebody like maybe Arizona to go after him. And I think he's, like I said, a bargain. He's going to be a guy that's going to perform well.
Todd Frazier.
Yeah, maybe the Yankees again. I think the White Sox would take him again too. But I would say if I'm guessing, I'd say the Yankees.
Here's Bradley Purdy again in Texas. I like Bradley. He's got some opinions. He says, whatever happened to my Braves? They're absolutely terrible, and the GM and the owner don't care. What's the deal, Tom? What's the deal is, I would say moolah, right?
Yeah,
moolah
probably so.
Or lack thereof.
Now, they've got some young guys on the Braves that they're really hoping are going to really show up and do something. I think Dansby Swanson has another year for them to say, okay, either hit or we're going to do something with you. But they got Ozzie Albies. We haven't gotten to Mike Moustakas yet. I wouldn't be surprised if the Braves don't go out and sign a guy like Mike Moustakas to play third base and really fill a hole for them that they need. Give them a lot of pop, help protect Freddie Freeman in the lineup. And that wouldn't be a surprise for me if they don't go out and do that, but it's going to cost them if they do.
What are we going to do? I thought of this driving in this morning. I knew you were going to be on the show. What are we going to do if the Major League Baseball players start kneeling during the national anthem, down the first base and third base line when they start playing the national anthem, and they kneel.
You know, one actually did last year. I can't remember his name. He's a backup catcher for the A's, and I don't think he's on a major league roster at this point. So that was encouraging to me.
Yes.
Yeah, what do we do? I mean, I think baseball is a little different than football. Baseball players are a little different breed. It could happen. It could definitely happen. But and if it does, you know, I guess we write them off too. And I think college baseball will really pick up.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that. And so, you know, the one sport I'm fairly confident sitting here and telling you that you're not going to see anybody kneel, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. I just got a sneaking suspicion the boys in NASCAR, I don't see them kneeling during the national anthem.
Now, they are a different breed.
They are a different breed. And you know what? I'm glad they're a different breed because they got some guts and got some starch in their pants, and they'll stand up for what's right. I'm glad. So
yeah, you got to have some guts and starch in your pants to drive a car like they drive it.
Me, oh my. And when people say they're not athletes, what a joke. You know,
Yeah.
Bristol Motor Speedway, you're going 120 miles an hour between me and you, bumper to bumper,
Yeah.
on 30-degree banking, 300-foot front stretch and back stretch, and these guys are trying to tell me that they're, a 30-degree banking, you can't hardly walk up and down the banks, and they're going around like the top of a cereal bowl at 120 miles an hour, 40 cars, bumper to bumper, for 2 or 3 hours. You don't get a chance to get out and take a break, you're there. You don't tell me those aren't athletes.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Come on now, as they say back home. Come on now. Come on now. That's what West Virginia. Come on now. All right, got a couple of more here. We got a ton of names. Greg Holland, Matt Holliday, Eric Hosmer. What about these guys? Holland, Holliday, and Hosmer.
Holland, I like the guy. I would love to see him get with a contender. Hosmer, I look for him to be back with the Royals, to be honest. I think a lot of his opportunities have kind of dried up. And I think the Royals would love to have him, make him the face of that franchise, and have him there. Who was the other one you mentioned?
Holliday.
Holliday. Holliday's probably got one more good year left in him, and I'd like to see somebody pick him up. I don't know if that's going to happen, though, actually, but we'll see.
Bradley said Astros should repeat. Pretty good chance.
Yeah, I think they got a really good chance.
Pretty stout lineup there.
If I had to pick two teams to be in the World Series at this point in time, I would probably go with the two that were there last year.
Yeah.
So
until proven otherwise.
Yes, until the season starts and we see that somebody's either a lot better or they're not as good as we think they are.
And coming up in the next couple of months, really going to crank up the Appalachian League folks having a presence here on the show. So the reason I'm telling you that, when we tell you the Appalachian League here in the Tri-Cities, you're watching the stars of tomorrow. You truly are, because young man who got his start down in Greenville, the Astros, Jose Altuve, you know what he did and what he's doing for the Houston Astros, started here in the Tri-Cities in Greenville. And so when you watch Appalachian League baseball, we're going to start having the different promotional guys come through and talking about season tickets and how you can get involved in Appalachian League baseball this year here in the Tri-Cities. You really are talking about the stars of tomorrow, because they really are. So Mike Moustakas, we talked about him. Eduardo Nunez, let's hit him, and Brandon Phillips.
Yeah.
A whole other homepage, but we're running out of time.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. Eduardo Nunez, he's an intriguing guy because he can play about every position on the field. Somebody's going to pick him up. I think he'll be a bargain as well. I hope somebody picks up Brandon Phillips again. It might be the Braves. They traded him, and that's okay. But it could be the Braves again because that's his hometown team. I don't think the Reds are going to go that route again. But I'd like to see him have another year and kind of go out in his own terms, good, solid player, fan favorite, and maybe not necessarily a favorite in the clubhouse, but a fan favorite, and we'd like to see him have one more year where he can play solid ball.
Talk to this guy all day long. We've got the sprint guys waiting, and they got to get back to work. I guess they're on the clock, so we got to get them in here. But what do you want to leave us with today? Again, tonight we'll know the Hall of Fame picks for this year, and then what do you want to leave us with?
Well, a name that I had on this free agent list that, I guess I hadn't even really thought about until I started looking at it. Chris Heisey. Okay, let's talk about Chris Heisey for a minute. If you want a good, solid bat off your bench, there's a guy that I would pick over almost everybody. not the highest average in the world. He's not going to hit with great average, but he's a clutch hitter. He's a guy that can come off the bench and hit for power. He's a guy that can play all three outfield positions as a fourth outfielder, maybe even a fifth outfielder if a team has one of those. And and I'll say this about him too: he's a character guy, solid Christian man who is very vocal about his faith. And I hope somebody picks him up and we can see him play. He started out with the Reds, went to the Dodgers, and then with the Nationals, and played in the playoffs. So I would love to see him have an opportunity with somebody this coming year. So somebody please pick up Chris Heisey.
There you go. Great job. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Always hungry.
Stomach's been growling since about 10 o'clock.
I heard that. You sit down. I thought it was me, but it's
yeah,
you.
it's me.
It was rumbling. They just won't get it fed. Here's some great Chick-fil-A food. Quick break. We'll be right back. Thanks to Greg Salyer. Comes every week, right on time, and does a phenomenal job with Major League Baseball update. Pitchers and catches reporting within 2 or 3 weeks of Major League Baseball spring training right around the corner. On a 32-degree day in East Tennessee, that's good to hear. That means warm weather's coming. We'll take a break. We got our boys. We got Batman and Robin coming up next. Caleb and Zeb talking Sprint next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here with the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad-spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There he is. Let me see where I put him on the screen. I think he's 4, isn't he? There he is.
There we are.
Douglas with Sprint
right.
in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How about it? How you doing, big dog?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm living the dream. So
me too.
Yeah. Let's get it started. Sprint, of course, located. Hello, JT Holloman. Thank you, my friend. Baseball, Bradley Purdy. Thank you. Baseball's starting to be enjoyable. Sport again. Greg, enjoy your expertise on baseball. See there? Thank you, Greg. Greg's over getting chicken now. He don't care. He's hungry.
He's ready to
gone.
eat.
Yeah, he's out. Waffle fries and chicken. JT Holloman, thank you. Watching the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, JT. I love that guy. He is one of our police officers and protecting us, making us a safe community. I don't know, this is totally off the mark, but Johnson City, I don't know if you saw the front page of the paper today. What's that young lady's name right there?
You had to ask me. I can't remember.
Would you hand me the front page of the newspaper, dear? I want to read something really cool today. Johnson City. Not that anybody, I think it's today's paper. Yeah, thank you, dear. Livability.com puts Johnson City in the top 100 best places to live in the country. Where'd I get it? Let me get it up right there. Livability.com puts Johnson City, Tennessee in the top 100 best places to live. How about that? That is too cool. Why am I telling you that? No, it's great. Why am I telling you that? Where was I going with that? Oh, with JT Holloman and the folks, our police officers and our firefighters and the EMS folks help do that, help make this a really cool place to live because they're on it. I mean, the response time when there are situations that need their services, they're right there, Johnny, on the spot. So we appreciate them, and that's one of the reasons that Johnson City and the entire Tri-Cities is such a cool place to live. Sprint, here we go. Unlimited Freedom Plan.
That's right.
5 lines and 5 phones for $100. Tell me about
it. Basically, you're going to get 5 phones. The Moto E4. It's pretty decent. A entry-level Android phone. It's got a 5-inch display on it. It is a nice phone, especially for being free. Typically, those free phones, you get what you pay for. But this one's pretty good. The unlimited plan, though, for $100 is really where it's at, Tom. It's unlimited everything, talk, text, and data. And now we're giving away Hulu for free.
Wow.
So
that is
any
cool.
of you streamers out there, you have Hulu, or if you don't have Hulu, and that also applies to existing customers. If you're one of our existing customers, you want to come in and get that Hulu set up, we'll take a bill review for you, make sure, you're getting the best deal. Because like I said, Tom, we like to tailor everything to every customer.
You ring this cheesy bell.
Yeah, there we
Say
go.
It again, you like to do what?
Tailor everybody.
There you go. That's kind of cheesy, isn't it?
No, I like it. It's
you
all
like
right.
It? It's like room service. Yeah. So there's one of our EMS guys right there.
Yeah.
In here having lunch. So, you like to tailor
your experience at the Sprint store.
At the Sprint store. I like it.
That's right.
Good stuff. So that's, again, the 5 lines, 5 phones for $100. How long is it going to last?
Right now it's to be announced. The 5 phone portion of it. The plan is to be announced, so we don't have an end date on that yet. The 5 phones for free, the Motorola E4s. Now that's good until March 31st.
All right. Look right here. He is on the screen with me. Zeb Cope is the Sprint.
That's right.
Watching the show. And these are free. Free LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablets for all customers. I got mine. Caleb set mine up. Caleb's going to be with us here in a minute on the show. Caleb set mine up, and so you got them, and you got plenty in stock?
We've got plenty in stock. I would say I sold one yesterday, but I gave it away. It's free.
Gave it away?
So, that comes with unlimited data also. So you can watch that free Hulu as much as you want.
Now, I'm a big TV guy, so I'm going to have to concede that. What is Hulu? What is Hulu?
Hulu is a streaming service for most of your networks. So essentially what it is let's say your favorite show, whatever it might be. I don't know what that is, but anyways, we'll say.
Oh, you've never seen Coach? All right, let's go Andy Griffith. Sure you know Andy Griffith.
Well, you need something current. Let's say you got a show that you like currently, and it's on. Some of the networks aren't on Hulu, but
pick one.
Let's say one of them at USA, for example, is on there. So you got a show on there you like, and then the next day, let's say it airs today, tomorrow it'll be on Hulu. So it's next day. So
Hulu, Hulu, right?
That's right.
That's free.
It is free. Yep.
I like it. So there you go. Free. That's with again the LG G-Pad F2 8-inch tablet for all customers, and
the unlimited freedom.
Hulu comes with a freedom plan, the unlimited freedom.
Correct.
5 lines, 5 phones for $100 plus Hulu. They throw it in as well at Sprint, your local Sprint store. Half off Samsung Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, or the note for new activations.
That's right.
That's pretty strong, isn't it?
That is a good deal. It's hard to beat that right there.
And then you've got, if you're a credit union member, a lot of folks are credit union members. Tell me how you can benefit being a credit union member with Sprint.
Well, if you are you're a member of a credit union and you're joining Sprint, any accessories that you need to purchase that day, up to $100, you can be reimbursed for that, and they deposit directly into your credit union account. So let's say you join us today, Tom. Let's say you're not with Sprint, you're with the Big Red over there, our enemy. So what happens is you'll join us, you'll come over to Sprint, and we'll set you up, just like we tailor everything to everybody. And when we do that, because you're let's get the bell going. Go ahead and do it. So once we do,
it is so cheesy.
That's all right.
6'5" man waving a little bell.
That's okay.
Right. He's bigger than I am.
So, but once we get you switched over and everything, we'll find out what accessories that you need for the devices that you got that day, and where you're a credit union member, we'll go ahead and register you for that day, and then that money will be, it's 4 to 6 weeks. It'll be deposited into your credit union. So you really get reimbursed for your accessories that you buy that day, up to $100 per line. Now the cool thing about that is that it's continuing. So next year you don't get $100 per line, but you get $50, and you don't have to do anything to get that $50 per line. Next year you just get it for being with a credit union and a Sprint customer.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good deal.
Of course, the office we're talking about is a Sprint store here in Johnson City on North Run Street, right in front of Longhorn Steakhouse. So that's where you got to go to see this man, and of course Caleb, who's waiting in the wings. You guys hungry? I guess you're hungry, right?
Oh yeah, we're ready to grub down, man. We're big boys. We got to eat.
Okay. Yeah, he's a big boy. Ready to grub down. There you
That's
go.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Last week, by the way, they came to Food City, and Caleb and I, we waited and got Caleb on. He always goes in second. We look up and the Zep man's gone.
Gone.
Did you go back to the deli? Where did you go?
I went to the deli. I got me some food, man. I was hungry. I had to eat. I got to do something to keep this figure going,
You got it. Caleb said, I said, Caleb, where did Zeb go? He said, Tom, he went to the deli. I know where he went. And he was right.
That's right.
He knew exactly where you headed. So, all right, so this is all good going on. Before we get Caleb in here, give me the hours again you're open.
Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 10 o'clock until 8 at night. Then Sunday is currently 12 to 5. That may be changing 12 to 6. We don't know when that's happening, but currently it's 12 to 5.
Noon to 5. All right. Good job. You want to switch out and let my man get in here?
Yeah, we'll switch out and let old Caleb get in here.
Oh, Caleb, here we go. Caleb's going to come in. We're here live again at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City, again on this cold and cool and otherwise blustery Wednesday. So appreciate him very much, and here we go, back on the show, and there is my man Caleb in the house. How you doing, Bubba?
Doing well, Tom. How about yourself today?
Look at you right
I
there.
know. I can see it. I don't look too good, but I look good enough, right?
Look up in that camera and talk to him. Would you preach to him, brother? Tell me about how you'll buy out your current contract with the competition. Tell me about that.
So pretty much what we have going on is that if you are with one of our competitors, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, doesn't matter who it is, if you have your current device, as long as it's in good working condition, you can bring it in and we'll actually do the buyout for you.
Up to
$650.
So,
which is about what most phones, there's a lot of phones that are over that price now, but I mean that's the most average buyout right now is the $650. So
you have people coming over from T-Mobile.
Oh, we have everybody coming over from everywhere. Metro, Straight Talk, prepaid services coming over from Boost. I mean, we're all the time. We're putting somebody on Sprint every single day.
AT&T.
Absolutely.
T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The Big V, Verizon.
Oh yeah. Verizon mostly. We have a lot of people from Verizon switch over all the time.
He said, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
we bring them over from Verizon. That's good." So, anyway, you can buy out their contract. Number 2, tell me about the iPhone 8 lease one get one. This is cool.
So what we have going on right now is as Zeb was telling you guys earlier about the 5 lines for $100. You can also combine that with the lease one get one on the iPhone. So you can actually get 4 iPhones and only have 2 payments for them. They give you the second device for free, and you can do that with the 8 or with the 8 Plus. Doesn't matter which one you go with. You can use it on either one.
So either the iPhone 8 or iPhone 8 Plus,
That's
one,
right.
get one.
That's right. Absolutely.
At least 3, you get 3. Whatever the number is.
Right. If you leased one, got one, 3 of them, you would have a total of 6 phones. So it's pretty phenomenal deal. And you can actually also use that for businesses too. Like if you own a business, anything like that, you're looking to switch over to Sprint, we can do that just the same. You do qualify for that lease one, get one.
You told me at Food City last week too. We had you on last Friday at Food City that if you are a small business and don't have a taxpayer ID, you can still help them too, right?
That's right. We can actually, it's called a Biz to Social. They just use your social security number as your actual tax ID. We get you set up. There is a one-time $30 setup fee, but then after that, you no longer have activation fees for the life of the account. Anytime you upgrade, anything like that, doesn't matter.
We're talking to Caleb Sparks, and we're live here at Chick-fil-A for a few more minutes. All right, the iPhone 10.
iPhone 10.
Unbelievable what you got for them right now.
So what they have going on right now with that is they actually have it for $30 a month with new line activations. That's $12 off the phone each month. That's the same as what you'll pay for an iPhone 8.
iPhone 10 for $30 a month for new activation.
Mm-hmm.
At Sprint, North Roan Street here in Johnson City, right in front of, give them a free plug, but that's where they're at, right in front of Longhorn Steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody calls you on the phone and says, how do we find you? How do you tell them to get to Sprint?
I always tell them we're right there off the interstate. See, Longhorn hasn't been there a long time. Hooters has been there a long time. So all you got to do is say in the same parking lot as Hooters. Everybody knows where it's at.
Oh, okay. There you go. I would go Longhorn, but right behind Longhorn is Hooters, so there you go. So, again, last but not least, if you're watching this show, you need some accessories from Sprint. These folks can help you. Tell me about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anybody who comes in mention that they saw us on the Tom Taylor Show can come in and get $25 or 25% off all accessories. Doesn't matter what it is. We have Beats headphones, wireless chargers, anything that we have in store that we can sell you as far as an accessory goes. All they got to do is mention that they saw us on your show, and we'll give them 25% off right out the gate.
Tell me about Beats headphones. What are those all about?
So they're just just a very high branded set of headphones. They're just a phenomenal, great listening, has a lot of noise cancellation. I mean, they're we're starting to carry what more of the larger retailers, Best Buy, stuff like that, who they carry. So it's really working out very nice.
Here's some breaking sports news. Larry Nassar, I think you've seen what he's been involved in he's been sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison for multiple counts of sexual abuse, with the judge saying you just signed your death warrant. So he's been sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison. So that's the top headline story. Let's see what else we got going on here. Anything else going on? No, not really. So that's the breaking sports news here again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to my man Caleb Sparks. So since you guys were with me last Friday at Food City, tell me some things you've been selling across the board. What's some of the stuff you moved since last Friday?
Oh man, it's all matter of things. Screen protectors, cases, tablets. We literally we sell almost every single product in our store. Somebody does every day. So it's very interesting, for us to be that busy all the time.
Ronnie, Caleb, Zeb, Matt Weems watching the show. Hello, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's watching. Thank you, Matt. One of the guys works there. Who else?
See,
Anthony.
we got Anthony, we got Brandon, and then we got Rena, and we got Greg.
We got Zeb.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't count for much, but we at least let him think he does.
Oh, he's dogging him bad. Zeb, he didn't care. He just took another big sip of juice.
I know. He's over eating right now. I already know. Look at. See. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you don't care that you're on camera, do you?
No, he's enjoying that biscuit.
No, that's a big boy right there. So, what are you gonna get to eat? You gonna get something to eat too?
Oh yeah, I gotta get me something to eat. Of course.
All right. What do you want to leave us with, my friend? I love you guys coming over, and we're trying to get him in here about once a week now. Get him somewhere.
Hey, all we got to say is that we appreciate Tom, everybody on the show coming by, watching. I mean, it's a great thing to be a part of this, because Tom was always just one of our regular customers. He just came in every month, paid his bill. We ended up asking him a few questions, ended up creating a friendship that should last for a long time.
Oh, I hope. Yeah, and so it's these guys are good. They take care of you. As I've told you before, the old adage, no question's a dumb question. I know I walk in and ask some really goofy questions, but, they're always there to help. So if you think, well, older folks aren't too savvy like these young pups are in cell phones and all that, but again, there is no question a dumb question. That's why they're there to help you. It's called customer service. So,
that's right.
If you think it's a dumb question, it's not. And if you think you're the only ones that ever ask a dumb question, you haven't, because
Tom's already asked it first.
Because I've asked them all, yeah. I broke the mold. I've already got them all asked because I don't really know what I'm doing, but these guys have really helped me, and they can help you as well. So check them out. Again, the hours one more time
are 10 to 8, Monday through Saturday, and on Sunday, 12 to 5 currently. We will be switching it to 12 to 6 sometime this year.
There you go. Go get yourself something to eat, my friend.
I will. Tom, I appreciate you having us on the show, man. A pleasure as always.
Oh, I love this guy. Love them both. They're good guys. You're not supposed to tell people, grown men you love them. Well, I do, because they're good guys. They're good peeps. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap it up. We'll run down college basketball tonight, let you know who's playing where, and we'll run that down and wrap this thing up again from Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City right after this time out. Show number 673. They said it would never last, and we're going strong, getting ready to pick up a couple of new sponsors. We're very excited about that. So quick break. We'll be right back here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us again. About to wrap this thing up. Again, let's run down one more time what's going on in college basketball tonight. Let you know tomorrow for Champion Chevrolet how everything goes. Here's the games for tonight. You've got 8th-ranked Xavier hosting Marquette. 20th-ranked Florida, the Gators hosting South Carolina. 24th-ranked Rhode Island at Fordham tonight. 9th-ranked Cincinnati, the Bearcats hosting Temple. 19th-ranked Auburn. Pretty cool game. 2 former head coaches for Tennessee basketball. Bruce Pearl coaching Auburn, 19th ranked in the country, and 17-2. At Missouri against Quanzo Martin, who is 13-6 for Missouri at the 9 o'clock tip-off tonight. And 23rd ranked Nevada at Wyoming. A little closer to home, the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State put their 10-game winning streak on the line, I should say, as Mercer comes on them from the road to take on the Bucs. 7 o'clock tip-off tonight at Freedom Hall in Johnson City. Again, a 10-game winning streak for the Buccaneers up for grabs, and so again, the 3rd longest winning streak now in the country behind Purdue's 15-game winning streak and St. Mary's 14-game winning streak. So it should be a fun game tonight, 7 o'clock tip-off. And, of course, Chick-fil-A has a cool promotion here. This particular Chick-fil-A, Connie set this up with the folks at ETSU at a designated point in the basketball game when a Mercer player has a 2-shot free throw opportunity. If he misses both, then everybody in the arena gets a free Chick-fil-A coupon, which is really cool. So obviously, when they go up to shoot the free throw, the whole place starts chanting Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A, and it's already happened for the first 2 games. So we'll try it again tonight against the Mercer Bears, and if at the appropriate time, the designated player and the designated time during the game, when a Mercer player shoots 2 free throw opportunities, if he misses them both, everybody in the arena, Freedom Hall, gets free Chick-fil-A coupons, which I think is a pretty cool promotion. Thank you for number 673. You are the man. Thank you very, very much, Bradley Purdy. You made my day, my friend, out yonder in the Lone Star State of Texas. Before we get out of here, what if you could save 25% on tickets, get exclusive incentives like additional money off or even pit passes to both races or to the races, and be at both Bristol Motor Speedway NASCAR weekends where you can, if you sign up and purchase your Bristol season tickets today. April, the Zombie Auto 125, Harrison Burton back to defend his crown. The Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300 on that Saturday, April the 14th doubleheader. Eric Jones back to defend his crown. Then on Sunday, the Food City 500. On Sunday, April the 15th, Jimmy Johnson back in to defend his crown. That's in April. In August, the Food City 300, the Bass Pro Shop NRA night race, and of course the UNOH 200, the Camping World Truck Series race on that Wednesday, August the 15th. So not only will you save money on tickets, season ticket holders receive exclusive perks and benefits. Season ticket holders at Bristol, again, circle around value, exclusivity, and recognition. Value. More than 25% in ticket savings compared to individual event ticket prices when you buy season tickets. A membership card which doubles a Food City Gas and Go card. A membership card which doubles a Food City Value card for in-store purchases. You can get discounts on concessions, discount on souvenir purchases, sponsor discounts, first choice on renewal incentives. You also have a chance to, in the exclusivity department, get invited to special member-only events at Bristol Motor Speedway both spring and fall because you're a season ticket holder. And then also a recognition, a membership card with a lanyard. Also serves as a admission ticket to select events. Your name's going to be on the member wall of honor for being a season ticket holder at Bristol Motor Speedway. And automatic entry into sweepstakes giveaways. Can't beat it. Here's the 3 ways you can find out more about being a season ticket holder at Bristol Motor Speedway. Again, go to bristolmotorspeedway.com. Locally, your phone number 423-BRISTOL, or out of town, toll free 1-866-415-4158. That's 3 ways to find out about tickets. We are 81 days out from the Food City 500, so if you're looking for tickets, that's the place to go and the way to go. BristolMotorspeedway.com on the internet. Locally, 423-BRISTOL, or out of town, 1-866-415-4158. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. A little overtime bonus coverage today. Thanks to Zeb Kopus and Caleb Sparks coming in here from Sprint. Greg Salyer, the Major League Baseball update, and Ryan Witten, who's already sent me a thank you note for the Witten Huddle. Of course, going with his older brother Jason to the Pro Bowl in Orlando. So thanks for Ryan Witten being with us on the show from the Witten Huddle, which is the complex up Stony Creek in Carter County, making football players better and better and better by going through his classes and camps and workshops. So, and the old boy knows what he's doing, I can tell you that. Again, Witten Huddle WITTE, and WittenHuddle.com to find out more about the classes. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back in the saddle tomorrow will be a Champion Chevrolet right down the road on the Bristol Motor Mile here in Johnson City. The #1 Chevy dealer in the state will be there broadcasting live tomorrow, getting ready for show number 674 tomorrow at Champion Chevrolet. So for Connie and Tim Birchfield and all the folks here at Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City, till we'll greet you tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Champion Chevrolet, we as always tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 673. Like us and share us, please. And again, this show will be archived. You can go back and watch it again and again and again as often as you like. But again, like it and certainly share the show with your friends, the folks on your Facebook page, and we'll say thanks ahead of time for that. See you tomorrow at Champion Chevrolet. So long, everybody.